Good afternoon, it's Jerry, and today's Tuesday. That's Blended Family Tuesday. So happy harvest celebration, or happy Halloween, whichever you celebrate. Today I want to share with you some mostly DIY tips and some things that we did this year. Okay, so the first three things that I want to talk to you about are costumes. And in my opinion, felt is one of your best friends when it comes to a DIY costume. In my experience, it's enabled me to pull off anything that pops into one of my children's imaginations. One of them I want to share with you here that we've managed to keep rescued all these years, because mostly we put all the costumes into a box that the girls play with anytime that they want to get dressed up. And thankfully this one has managed to make it through the years. And I believe this was actually my first or second DIY that I made. But as you can see, it's this lovely little butterfly that I constructed out of all felt. So you could probably get just like 1 yard of black felt. And then what I used for the orange is actually the orange felt squares. That's what I used for the white and for the orange. I can look for this pattern for you somewhere on the internet, but you can see it's really simple. You get yourself the shape of a butterfly, figure out the span of your child's arm, and then I just went in, woo, that D-clip popped off. So what we've got going on here on the back is I just stitched in a couple of pieces of elastic, and that's what your child puts their arms through. And then over here is a little loop for their little finger to go through. So just like the wings that I have here on the back, these will secure to your child's back, and as they move their arms, then what you'll see from behind is the gentle movement of a butterfly. So a very super simple DIY there with felt for some butterfly wings. And so your butterfly could be any color. I just chose the Monarch, it was easy, but you could put some lovely purples on there, some blues, and just get really creative if you wanted to have a little butterfly for your celebration at this time of the year. The other one I did, and I'll show you here in a picture, this was actually a unique request from my daughter. At the time, she was in love with a book that talked about a snowman in the woods, and so that Halloween she asked to be a snowman. And once again, it was so easy to get about 2 yards of white felt and make ourselves a simple snowman costume. And my youngest daughter was just a wee baby at the time, and so we toted her around to the different things at the botanical gardens in her little infant carrier. And so I just made her a snowball. So I'll show you a picture of that. And then the most recent felt costume I did is that last year my oldest daughter wanted to be Polly. Is that right? Poppy. She wanted to be Poppy from the Trolls. And so my mom and I constructed this whole little kind of a, you know, because it's just kind of a simple dress that Poppy wears, and we made that out of felt. We pulled her hair up, and I'll show you a picture of that also. And then the next thing I want to chat with you about are two DIY, kind of two-part DIY decorations that we've made over the years. Now, this spooky lady formerly was attached by just some filament line or some fishing line there, and we got these heads. I actually ordered the girls' heads on Amazon, but I got my male head, which is up front in the other project that I'm about to show you. And then this is just some muslin that I got at Hobby Lobby. And so the spookiness is simple here. You just take some hodgepodge, or probably even some white Elmer's glue, and just paint that or cover that over the top of your head there. This one got a little bit dirty because of all these torrential rains. It actually got soaked hanging up, fell to the ground, but the one up front looks really good. That's why we're still using it. So you just cover this with your either hodgepodge or some glue, and then lay on the gauze. And we've had these for, this is our 3rd year to use them. So even getting super wet, it didn't take away from the adherence of the gauze here to the head. So this is a really creepy, spooky thing. And when it's hanging up in the air, you know, it sways and it turns, and it just looks spooky. So that's a fun one we did. So what do you think about this guy? How crazy is that, just seeing his weird, creepy, smiling face like bobbing around in there at you? I think that my husband and the boys did an awesome job putting this all together and making it spooky. And this is just a box that we found in the neighborhood that somebody was putting out. And I think it was like a wardrobe box, like a piece of furniture came in it. But we got some of that. If you saw on Instagram, it was really less than $5. I think we spent $5 on all of our decorations this year, besides the $15 that we spent on the projector. And if you'll hop over here, in this part of our window is where the projection comes on. So you got spooky, spooky, spooky. Now that we're back in the yard, I wanted to share our last thing with you, and that's this new thing that we added to our lives. And I really think this is worth your time, ladies and gentlemen, because, and mind you, I got a super great deal on this. I fashioned myself to be a new one on eBay, and I wanted one of these really bad, but I was not willing to pay more than $25. And believe it or not, there's some of these on eBay going for as much as $40, $60, even $100 right now. And the reason why is because they've got so many neat things preloaded for a brevy of holidays. You've got, you know, everything with Halloween here. You've got some Christmas, maybe New Year's, snow, as well as some fireworks. And you can also download other animated whatever files that you can use on this, because it comes with an SD card. And so it's a fun little thing that we added in this year. And it's daylight right now, but soon I'll do a more in-depth video on this with you, because a cool thing that we found out, and the reason why this really makes that $25 worth it, is we can hook it up and we can have movies play on it. And for so long we've been wanting to be able to project a movie out here on the wall. We enjoyed a really fun time with our friend one time where we watched a movie outside while we hung out in the pool. So now we'll be able to make a little kind of blanket area right here, project a movie up on the wall, and be able to spend some good family time together. And we're so excited about that. So I hope that you enjoyed everything that I shared with you today. And down below, tell me, what are some DIY projects that you've done with felt? And until next week, remember to have the best day ever, and thanks so much for checking in with us.